Hey guys, long time no see. Yeah, nothing much has happened really. The semester's really picking up, so it's taking a lot more time out of my life to study, do homework, yada yada yada. But, want to tell you about one cool thing that happened recently. Last Friday, actually, these TV crews came to my program and they interviewed us, and it was around the same time that we had about like 40 some people from the community come in and we had to like chit chat with them and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we were using Keigo, which is honorific Japanese language, so basically taking all the Japanese we've learned before and throwing that out the window and using much longer, more polite words. But yeah, so I was severely dreading that, especially since it was right after an exam, but it wasn't too terrible. But anyways, right before that interview thing, we were told like, hey, you might be kidnapped by the TV crew people and interviewed, and lucky me, I was one of the first ones, along with a friend of mine, who were basically picked up by one of our program directors like, hey, let's have you be like the people who are just standing out in the middle of like the parking lot area just chatting for no good reason. And then the person who interviewed us, she's like a singer of some sort, and I'm not going to mention her name because I really don't think it's quite appropriate. But anyways, she basically like did her whole spiel thing where she was talking with like the camera, like to the camera, and being like, hey, we're at JCMU, we're gonna like go find some students. Like, oh, there's some students over there. And my friend and I were like, oh, konnichiwa, konnichiwa, and we're just like, we were like telling who we were and everything. And she was like, oh, you speak such good Japanese, sugoi, sugoi, and all that. I was like, yeah. And at the very end of it, we did the whole like, okay, let's go, ikimashou, and we literally like put the hands up and had the whole entire scene where we were walking towards the building while the camera was still filming, and it was like, okay, kato, and we're just like, huh. But oh my gosh, that was quite kind of terrifying, and I'm gonna be on Japanese TV. Yay me. But let's see. After that, we had our whole like conversation stuff with the local people, and there were some that were quite interesting. In the first like 3 people that I talked to, we were speaking Japanese and everything, and since they were told that we were practicing Keigo and stuff like that, they would help us like use Keigo, and they would use Keigo like speaking to us, even though it's not normally used. You only use it to your superiors and stuff like that, but it was just to help us practice and all that. And then on the second half, we switched over to speaking English, and we were basically like talking about the same things with like, I ended up talking with like 2 or 3 other people after that, and we were using English. But the last person I talked to, I was telling them like how I did like martial arts and stuff like that, and they were just like, oh really? It's like, I'm sorry, this is rude, this might be rude, but you don't look like it, maybe you should go on a diet. And I'm like, oh, hello there. Of course I like smiled, I played it off and everything, but usually that would be really rude in the US to say that. But I've noticed that here in Japan it's not very uncommon for people to make comments like that, where it's just like, oh, I see you've gotten heavier, or oh, I see you cut your hair, maybe you should try it a bit different next time. Just those sorts of things where it would seem rude to us, but it just is kind of normal here. But yeah, after my self-esteem was thoroughly dashed, we basically went on about our days. But yeah, I've tried to do the videos more often, but sadly, especially next week's gonna, I have like 2 2 or 3 presentations to do and a couple essays to write. So it's not really going to work out all that great for making another video anytime soon. But since I'm going to be in Japan all on my lonesome for Christmas and New Year's, I'm thinking that I'm probably going to do more videos then. I'll do my tour of Hikone around then too, because all my previous attempts at recording videos for that tour thing have ended in failure. Very shaky video camera failure. But I will get one for you, and it will be good. Okay? But yeah, that's a quick life update. Yeah, so again, if you guys have any comments, questions, whatnot, I know my last couple of videos have been kind of especially the last one since I didn't even appear in it and I was sick. But yeah, I'm all better now, so we'll make things better. But anyways, yeah, just give me any sort of like questions or whatnot, just put them in comments or send me a personal message. I don't care. Either one works for me. But yep, that's really it. And I don't have any pictures for you guys either because I haven't done anything interesting recently. Most of my weekends have been doing homework and watching random videos. Yep. But I promise I will do something interesting sometime soon before the end of the year. Okay, bye guys.